You are ready with your classwork notebook now? Okay, start taking down. The topic which we are going to see today is reported speech. Continue reported speech, and it can be done in two ways. One in a direct form and the other one in a indirect form. Now, how a direct speech will be? Example I have already given you. What are you doing? This is an example for direct speech. When we convert this, how we convert this into indirect speech? See here, one more example for indirect speech. Sorry children, I am reading, I have given it over here. This will not come here. What are you doing? I have given it like what are you doing? See, I have to change the columns. Be clear with this. This Ryan asked Nirmal has to come over here. Please try to make a link of it. What you are going to do is just this is indirect speech. Draw a column like this. These both things are indirect speech and these two sentences are in direct speech. What are you doing? I am reading. It is here in direct speech. Am I clear, children? Don't take it down according to the column which I have given you. Try to exchange it. What are you doing? I am reading. These two sentences are in direct speech. Whereas you can go to the next type of sentence. What is the next type of sentence here is? Next type of sentence is Ryan asked Nirmal what he was doing. Nirmal replied that he was reading. Both these sentences will come under indirect speech. Am I clear? Direct speech, what are you doing? I am reading. These two sentences are in direct speech. Ryan asked Nirmal what he was doing. Nirmal replied that he was reading. These two sentences are in indirect speech. See here, there is a slight change. Make a note of it. Don't give here a heading as indirect speech. These two sentences, one in blue color and the other one in red color, it is an example for direct speech. And these two statements, Ryan asked Nirmal what he was doing and Nirmal replied that he was reading. These statements are examples for indirect speech. Make a note of it, children. Next. Here, like you can take the differentiation also. Take down the differentiation now. Reported speech, how a direct speech will be and how a indirect speech will be. How a direct speech will be? When we give the actual words of the speaker as it is as it is spoken, we call that as direct speech. When we give the actual words of the speaker, my friend asked, how are you? For example, the sentence is, my friend asked, how are you? That is direct speech. Actual words are transformed into a simple way. Here, this word plays an important role over here. The actual words of the speaker are transformed. So here it is converted into a simple way. My friend asked that, how are you? We are saying like, how are you? How it should be changed then? How he was. That should be changed. And you can see direct speech will be enclosed in inverted commas. You know what is called inverted commas? Quotation mark. We used to give double quotes, no? That is called inverted commas. And indirect speech will not have inverted commas. Okay. This is the differentiation between direct speech and indirect speech. The actual words of the speaker are quoted as it is. Actual words are transformed into a simple way. This word, you can even underline this word, transformed. What is the meaning of the word transformed? Converted. And here, direct speech is enclosed in inverted commas, whereas indirect speech we don't use inverted commas. Are you clear with all these things, children? I think so. You are clear with all these ideas which is given over here, how a direct speech should be and how an indirect speech should be. Take it down in your notebook. Next, when we move on to the next slide, you can see I am going to give you some examples now. See, and you know the sentence, it is of 4 types. This you would have read it in your 3rd standard or 4th standard. A statement or a sentence can be of 4 types. Can you recall what are the 4 types of sentences? Yes, assertive, or it is called imperative, assertive, okay, assertive, imperative, exclamatory, interrogative, okay. So what are the 4 types of sentences? Assertive, interrogative, imperative and exclamatory sentences. Now I am going to tell you how to change assertive sentence. And when you change an interrogative sentence, what is the difference you will have over there? This reported speech, it will have a difference. Now let us look at an example from assertive sentence. Assertive is a normal statement. Okay. Visitor. Hello, my name is Kumar. You can see a visitor is introducing himself. Hello, my name is Kumar. So this is in direct speech. How you will transform this into indirect speech now? The visitor introduced himself as Kumar. This is the indirect speech. Okay, what is this? This is an indirect speech. Visitor says, hello, my name is Kumar. And when you change this into indirect speech, the visitor introduced himself as Kumar. Now we are going to the next type of statement. What is the next type of statement? It is interrogative. Raji is asking her mother, Mother, where did you keep my pen? What is Raji asking her mother? Mother, where did you keep my pen? So this is in direct speech. How will you convert this into indirect speech then? Is there any idea how will you convert this into indirect speech? Okay. Now, when you convert this into indirect speech, Raji asked her mother where she had kept her pen. Look at the statement, children. You can even underline this. Here, the question begins with WH. We call this as WH questions. Okay. Why, how, where, when. Okay. How, why, what, that things come under WH question. Mother, where did you keep my pen? Raji asked her mother, look at the statement. Raji asked her mother where she had kept her pen. Now, we will see one more example of interrogative sentence. Anu is asking her friend, do you know Hindi? See, this is also a question type of sentence. And whereas we have seen Raji asked her mother, where did you keep my pen? That is also a question type of sentence. What is the difference you can find? There we used the same question word. What is the same question word? We used where. But here we are using if or whether can be used. Anu asked her friend if she knew Hindi. What is the difference, children? What is the difference? What is the difference? Here I have used the statement with the same question where. Have you got the difference? And here when I come to this slide, the question is, do you know? Yes or no question. Do you know Hindi? Anu asked her friend, I am using a word called if. Instead of do, I am replacing this do with if. Whether or if can be used. She knew Hindi. Okay, take it down. After taking down, when you go through all these things, you will get a clear idea. Next, Anu asked her friend whether she knew Hindi. So, if a question begins with do, does, like that, and you know, question, WH questions, what, when, where, how, okay. So, for all that question, you will have the same word. If you don't have WH questions, If you have do, does, okay, like that you have to use if or whether over there. Anu asked a friend whether she knew Hindi. This is the difference you should know when you take interrogative sentence. Next, coming to the next one, it is imperative. What is imperative? You know, it is a request or a command, or you can say like that, it is an order. Arjun asked Ram, you must accept. Arjun said, Ram, you must accept this gift. When you change imperative sentence, you can say, Arjun insisted Ram that. We are making use of a conjunction over here, that. Arjun insisted Ram that he must accept that gift. Arjun insisted Ram that he must accept that gift. Are you clear with the sentence now? What are the three types of statement we have seen so far? It is assertive, interrogative, and imperative. So, types of sentence, when we change them into indirect speech, there is a difference. Interrogative, for example, interrogative. When we have a question word, we use the same question word. Or when we use this kind of yes or no question, we use if or whether over here. If you have any doubt regarding this, you can make a call to my personal number, children. I will clarify your doubts. This is imperative. It is like an order over here. Ram, you must accept this gift. Arjun insisted Ram that he must accept. This is changed as that gift. Okay. Nearness of the object should be changed. When we go to the next sentence, one more imperative sentence. Ravi, may I help you? It's like a request. Ravi asked his friend whether he might help him. Again, here this is a question type of sentence, but we don't have a WH question over here. The sentence begins with the word may. May I help you? So the sentence comes under request type of sentence. Ravi asked his friend whether he might help him. Okay, Ravi asked his friend whether he might help him. That is what the sentence is. Next, exclamatory. Exclamatory, Akhil. Akhil is saying, bravo. Bravo is nothing but, here it is not a name. Be clear, children. It is an exclamatory word. As you have come across the word hooray, alas, wow. We used to say, no? Wow, hooray, hooray, come on, hooray means hurry up. And we say alas. So here it is also a word of encouragement. Bravo means it is a word of encouragement which is used in exclamatory. Akhil says, bravo, Tino, you have won the match. Bravo means come on. Celebrate, man, you have won the match. This is the way you will say. And how we change the sentence? Akhil appreciated Tino saying that he had won the match. Okay. So this word bravo is not a name over here. This word bravo is not a name. It is a word of appreciation to express your feeling. To tell it in a better way, you can say like it is a word to express your feeling. Bravo means to express your feeling. Bravo means hooray. We used to say no the same word. Bravo, Tino, you have won the match. Akhil appreciated Tino saying that he had won the match. So we have seen the direct and indirect speech of all four types of sentence. It is exclamatory, imperative, and what are the two more types of sentence? Interrogative and assertive. We have seen the difference, children. Take it down. After you take down all these things, you will be able to get an idea how a direct to indirect speech will be converted. And here I have shown you some difference in the tenses that I will give you as a tabular column. After this class, I will send you notes in WhatsApp group. You can take it down. Okay. That is what, children, after this class, I will send you some notes in WhatsApp group. How the change of tense should take place, how the change of pronoun should take place, and how the change of nearness in object should take place. Okay, all these things I will send you in WhatsApp. You take it down. Thank you, children.